New York Rangers hockey, live from Nassau Veterans Memorial Coliseum. It's the Rangers and the New York Islanders. The Rangers in 5th place in the Eastern Conference, 4 points behind the New Jersey Devils, 1 point ahead of the Ottawa Senators and Boston Bruins. It's a tight race in the East. Hello, everyone. Welcome to New York Rangers hockey. Sam Rosen along with Joe Micheletti and John Giannone. And you could sense around the Rangers locker room, talking to Tom Reddy, there's this nervousness, this excited nervousness about trying to clinch the division, a playoff spot.
Yeah, he says he likes it. He says for a coach, he said to have this kind of excitement right now. And I think it's good for a team going down the stretch. If you get into the playoffs, you've already played some tough games, some playoff-type games. And for the Rangers, yes, they want to get in the playoffs, and they still think that there's an outside chance that they could get home ice advantage.
Now, for the Rangers, it's simple. Win, and they're in. However, if they don't win, if they get a point out of this game, Washington is playing tonight. If Washington loses or only gets a point, any combination adding up to 2 for the Rangers, and the Rangers will be in the playoffs for the 3rd year in a row. And what they're getting is veteran leadership. Now, tonight, Brendan Shanahan is out, but is expected to play tomorrow night. Meanwhile, Jaromir Jagr, Chris Drury, and Scott Gomez, the veteran leaders, have been coming through. Jagr with big plays against Pittsburgh Monday night, Drury with a big goal, and Gomez on the ice whenever they needed them.
Well, Glenn Sather has been through this before. He knows that you need to have those types of players that have won Stanley Cups, that have played pressure-type games in your lineup when you need them. Now, granted, they'd rather have clinched a playoff spot a month ago. That not being the case, these are the types of players you count on going down this stretch, and they have delivered as of late. Jaromir Jagr against Pittsburgh was skating. He was moving. He was visible in this game because he was on the move. He ends up scoring his first power play goal in a long time on that play. It was a strange play. Actually batted in off a glove, off a helmet in the net. Jagr got credit for the power play goal. Doesn't matter. The Rangers needed that and won the game. Now, as far as Chris Drury, how many times do we have to talk about someone who always seems to be scoring the big goals, making the big plays? This was an overtime when Drury scores the power play goal to win it for the Rangers. And Scott Gomez, banged up a little bit, yeah, but when he's got the puck and he skates, he creates space, and he sets up plays, and he's won Stanley Cups, and he knows what to do with the puck once he gets it, just like that play right there for the goal. So those 3 players are big game players, and they're going to need them again tonight.
The New York Islanders are in the role of spoilers. They don't want teams clinching playoff spots on their home ice. However, this is a team in transition with a lot of young players. 10 players in tonight's lineup with less than 60 NHL games experience. Jack Gillen on defense will be making his NHL debut. He'll be the 39th player the Islanders have used this season. They're missing 10 regulars who are out for the season with injuries. Puts a lot of pressure on goaltender Wade Dublowitz tonight.
Yeah, it really does. I mean, this is a team that's been decimated by injuries. But when you think about Wade Dublowitz, he's played against the Rangers before, and he loves it. He looks forward to the challenge of doing this and really making a name for himself. He's without a contract for next year. He's a little guy with a big, big heart. He'll do anything to win. And as he has shown the Rangers, he can come up with those types of saves. He's the one that is standing in the way of the Rangers getting into the playoffs tonight.
And he has played well against the Rangers. 2-1 in his career against them, .916 save percentage. For the Islanders, however, they've given up a lot of shots on goal. 101 shots over the last 2 games. That's a lot of work for the goaltenders. The Rangers will try to take advantage of that. They're looking for a big 2 points tonight. We'll be set to go. Rangers and Islanders in just a moment.